All right, guys, check it out. So boom, we got the second row done. Looking absolutely beautiful. All in there and ready to rock and roll. So now we're gonna start on the, check out this dog I found. Axel went and chased it down and brought it back. I had to separate it. But so we got a new third row going in. I have no idea what to do or what to expect. We're totally gonna wing this, but it's gonna be good. So I gotta get all this junk out the back, get these seats folded up. Man, I love these seats. I mean, you just push this, folds down, put the headrest down, pull the cable till it unlocks, and then grab cargo mode and wa-da-da-da-ba. God, look at that. Boom, boom. Oh, snap, look, what's that? Oh, man, let's talk about sound deadener. I get asked a lot of questions on what I run. I get this rattle trap, or it's called Fat Mat, on Amazon. It's 80 mil thick, and some people ask me, well, why don't you run this or this or that? They're like, what's, like, you know, the number one thing to do? And I was like, there's multiple different things that go into that are involved in the way I sound deadener a truck, and my way works pretty damn good. So first thing is I put a layer of this everywhere, you know, maybe 2 layers over the trans tunnel, maybe a layer or 2 over the firewall, but this goes everywhere. And then this is second. This is a pad. So think about this. You got like a thick wall, and now you need something to dampen the sound. So they both work well together. You need both of them to like accomplish it. You can't just have a pad and be like, oh, the pad's better than that, because I think they do 2 different things. So like for the best of the best, I full coverage everything with this. I mean, everything. And then I come over here and sometimes I'll go up to the windshield all the way back down to the back floors with the pads. And then this stuff, I'll kind of just squeeze and smash in dead spots, like probably like that opened up, that box rail right there, maybe up in the pillars. I'll jam some this foam stuff just to help dampen the sound. So those are the 3 main products that I use. For people ask, hey, how much deadener, blah, blah, blah. I think around 100, 150, depending on how much you want to use. 150 square feet, probably do an Excursion. Probably 100 foot, probably do a Super Duty. So, but all right, time to get back to these seats. Let me go ahead and pull all this junk out and start figuring out something. I bet we're gonna have to go to the hardware store. So, booyah. So, took this little girl, Axel's hoe, to the vet, and it's not chipped. So Axel got a new homeless girlfriend, I guess. Yeah. Okay, back on the Excursion, because I don't know what to do with this one. But so I'm gonna lay deadener probably halfway across, and then I'm gonna stick the seats back here. But remember I said these seats are electric, and I took the pigtails off of them because I don't have the other end of the plugs. You get in there. Hey, come here. You ain't getting no, So, I cut off the extras, and this is what I'm gonna end up with. And so this is what plugs into the seat in the motor. And then on this end, I'm gonna run my own 2-pin plug, my little Deutsch plugs, and then we'll have our own setup. So let me go ahead and make a little harness, and we're gonna get these seats in there. All right, check it out. I got my little harnesses built. And so they're just gonna plug right back into the motors like that, and boom, now it's my way. So pretty much these motors just run off 12 volt. It's just, you know, negative and positive. It's just 2 wires. So, you know, polarity going one way, the motor's gonna spin, reverse the polarity, it's gonna go the other way. So all we're gonna do is throw these on a double pole, double throw switch. So when you hit the switch, it basically works like a window where it just reverses the polarity. Instead of rolling down the window, it's gonna fold the seats. So now that we got our own fancy plugs on there, I'm gonna go ahead and get them up back in there. I still don't know what to do with this one. Hey, whatever. Okay guys, check it out. So this is what I came up with. Basically nut rivets, or nutserts. And I have the tool right there that does it, so I can get them in there really good. I don't use the little bolt and 2 nuts and ghetto ass crap. So we got them in there, crimped in there good. And that's why I trust them. The reason, my original plan was to drill a hole and then put a nut and bolt and call it a day. But I realized there's a cavity right here going across the whole Excursion floor. And basically I couldn't really get to these, to some of them. Like that one, you can't get to the bottom of. So I was like, well, maybe shit, we'll just run 3 holes. But that ain't how I do shit. So I was like, well, we need some way to secure 4 bolts in there for each seat. This is what I came up with. So, and then another reason why I did this was I was originally gonna drill and tap the floor and have a bolt coming through like how I did these seats. But then I decided, well, what if you want to remove the 3rd row and load up a bunch of shit in here? And you just got a bunch of studs sticking through. That's going to be kind of annoying, right? And then have to crawl into the truck and remove the studs. So I was like, man, nutserts would be perfect. You know, they're perfectly flush. Can't even tell, you know. And basically you just unbolt the seats and remove them out. And then, you know, with an electric ratchet, is it going the right way? No. So let me, with an electric ratchet, you can just get your bolts in there, and then voila, we'll do the other one. And I'll come back here and do the back one. Oh shit, sorry. I might need to put an extension on this one. I don't think I can reach it. It's not. I need to get an extension on that. So, but you guys get the idea. You get the point. It feels pretty solid in there. So I think I trust it. Let's see, we'll sit our fat butt in it. Yeah, it feels pretty good. We just need to get these front legs supported. Other than that, the backrest feels pretty good. So I'm with it. I like it. So next step, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bolt in the other side, and then we're gonna adjust and see how long we need to cut these legs. So I'm just gonna cut them up and basically slide these up is what I'm gonna do, because we screw them in just like that. That's not right. So it's sitting way too angled. And then I thought about, I don't know what I thought about. Like, there's really nowhere to put this. Even if you stick it to the edge, that's still too much angle. It looks way worse in person too. So, you know, I'm gonna have to shorten these a couple inches. And other than that, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna drill a hole on the floor and put a nutsert through it. And so basically, my goal is you can have one socket, probably a 19 mil long, a deep socket, and it'll take out everything back here that I made. So one socket, do it all. That's my goal. So let me go ahead and knock this out. I'm gonna get that one bolted in, and then let me go ahead and figure out how I want to shorten these and what I want to do with them. So let me come back. Hopefully this whole thing will be finished. So okay guys, another little issue or thing. I'll let you see if you can see it. They're kind of splitting. Look at that. So there. So I figured out what the issue is. If you look right there, that's the bracket's technically sitting on a high bump. So it's sitting up. I measured from the bottom to the top. It's about a 1/4 inch gap right there, basically. And look, these aren't, the outside's not sitting on this bump. So it's dropped a 1/4 inch. So you got a 1/4 inch on that side, 1/4 inch on this side, hence there, clocking it. Thought about maybe just, you know, stacking some washers under there, calling it a day. But that ain't, that's not gonna fly with me. So what I'm gonna go get is, I'm gonna go get some flat bar, 1.5 inch wide, and I'm gonna cut it the full length and basically make one flat bar spacer. And then basically I think I'm gonna mount it to the floor. So basically that spacer is permanently there, kinda, not really, but it'll be under the carpet, under the deadener. You won't even know it's there because it's gonna come level. Basically, we're just extending this bump out down to over here with a flat piece of metal. And I'm gonna put sound deadener over it, carpet over it, so you're not even gonna know it's there unless you strip this truck. So other than that, I think that'll fix that gap, because I mean that looks like shit. Look at that. You just take 1 second to look at this and know, like, what in tarnation? So let me go ahead and run to Home Depot. I'm gonna go get some flat bar, probably be like 10 bucks. Let me go ahead and get this squared away. So 1/2 inch by however fucking long that is, and then we're going 1/4 inch tall. So all right, I'll see you later. Okay guys, went ahead and picked up my bar, basically 1/4 inch, 1.5 wide. It's 3 feet long, but we're not gonna need that long. So I'm just gonna cut it in foot-long sections and basically drill a hole in the middle and a hole in the middle, and then hopefully slip it through. And then I think I'm gonna, maybe I'll run a sheet metal screw, figure out some way just to kind of mount it to the floor, so then it, you know, it's always permanently there. So let me go ahead and knock this bad boy out. I'll be back. All right guys, check it out. Got my bracket done. I got both sides done. I already got that one in. You can see bolt holes lined up. I made the bolt holes extra big so you got room to play with. They're just gonna sit on there. If I can find a hole. There we go. Voila. So there it is, right there. Other than that, what we're gonna do is, one thing I thought about was, hey, we're just gonna have the spacers chill there. Maybe mount them to that. That might be kind of weird. But no, I'm just gonna mount them like this. Gonna put sound deadener, carpet over it. You're not even gonna know these are here. But my issue was, how do we mount these to the floor? Because imagine if you're trying to mount up a bolt hole and this fucker slid up like that. Imagine trying to get this to move under the carpet or something. It'd be like, oh shit, it sounds like a nightmare. So what I went ahead and did was drilled some holes right here. And so right here, the seat doesn't touch the bracket. There's that little notch right there. So that's where these little screw holes can go. And all these screw holes are doing is just holding it in place. That's it, just keeping it from sliding around. Other than that, this shit really doesn't really do much. And voila. And then you can bring in your screw hole. You know, once you bring your seat in, and voila, we're good to go. So boom, there's our layout. So we don't need to do anything for these ones right here. But other than that, I think it's good to go. Let me go ahead and get the seats in there, and I want to make sure that they're looking level instead of crooked like before. So hell yeah, I think this is gonna work, guys. All right guys, check out the 3rd row. Still working on it, but check it out, it's looking pretty cool. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Looks pretty cool. So, not gonna lie, these seats been a pain in the ass, but they look good. They definitely look good. And when this folds down, it totally clears the 2nd row, so you can still sit like that. I just have to figure out what to do with these front legs. I might have to cut them shorter. Okay, we got the seat out. Remember I said I think we need to shorten these legs. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of winging this because I don't know. I've never seen anyone do this before. I got nothing to reference, so we're just shooting for the sky on this one. But so we get to chop the legs down, drill some new holes, pray to baby Jesus my calculations are correct. So wish me luck. I got some progress made. So I've got it folded all the way down. That sucker can't get any lower. You know, you're definitely gonna fit a 80-inch screen TV up in here now. So let me go ahead and fold it up and show you what we got done. It did start to rain on me yesterday, so I did have to call it quits a little earlier than I like. So let's go ahead and get my Milwaukee 10,000 going. So there she goes. Get her in place. That's it. So check it out. Check it out. What? Bolted in, looking good, sitting at a high angle like I want. So if you look at this chair, if we, you know, hold it even with the floor, you can see how it's angled up. Same with the front seats. Every seat's like that. You don't want it to be flat like this because then your ass is gonna slide off. You know, you want to sit in a seat and feel like your booty's sitting in there. So that's why I canted it up a little bit. I've got her bolted in. I still have to, I did have to cut off some length like I was talking about, and then just drilled a new hole. And this hole was, or this stud was 7/16, so I went and bought a 7/16 bolt with a, I don't have an extra one, but with plenty of stud. So then I can just bring this in, tighten it, and then I'm gonna cut off the extra. But basically to kind of replicate the stud, that's what I did. But my geometry is good on this angle, because you can't just bolt that anywhere and it work correctly. Like if I were to make the legs shorter and bolt them straight up and down right here to where almost where you couldn't see them, when this chair folds, it comes out all the way over here. So to bolt to there, I mean, you'd need some like 2-foot long poles, versus right here, it's perfect. It comes up all the way and boom, folds beautiful. When I get some switches in, I'll show you how it's done. So, but that said and done, I think you guys about got it all figured out. So let me go ahead, I'm gonna wrap this up. Let me go ahead and finish both sides, get everything bolted in, everything cut to length, and then we'll go ahead and do one final run. So let me go ahead and finish this up, because I think I nailed it all. I sit in it, the thing is solid. There's really nothing else to check. So let me go ahead and knock this bad boy out. All right guys, check it out. Got it all sound deadened. I've got all the little, let me turn on my light. Oh shit, my light's on backwards. I got all the legs on, got them painted, looking pretty. Both seats ready to go in pretty much. I painted these brackets flat black too, just because they looked pretty obvious. And I don't have covers for them because I think they sit recessed into the floor, so in the Expeditions you don't see them, but in this case you will. So if we can hide them, that'd be great. But yeah, we got the floor all sound deadened. I'm not gonna lie, this shit takes a while. Like, I mean, I spent probably at least 30 minutes for like this one little section, at least. So I mean, an hour and a half, 2 hours in this. Yeah, that's about what I got in this, just this section of the floor. So basically, if you undo all the bolts, this is exactly what you're going to be looking at, minus the carpet. Still got to do the carpet, not a problem. But this is what you got. You know, you got the frame bolts there, you can see the 4 mounting bolts there, and then you've got the ones up front. Now I left the front without any deadener just because there's a plastic clip there, and I know it's going to clip in, and with the deadener and the carpet, I know it's going to fight me being so thick. So I just left that trim out there, kind of like how I do it here. So I don't want to be trying to fight with that, trying to click the trim on, and it always wants to pop off. So I've learned my lesson. So let me go ahead and get these seats up in here. I bet it is only going to take me a couple minutes, because remember, I just need one socket, and they're all the same bolts, and they're all bolted in. So the biggest pain in the ass is going to be just lifting it from there to there. So hell yeah, let me get these babies in here. All right guys, check it out. She's all in, all the legs bolted in, looking beautiful, solid as a rock. But man, probably the best third row I've ever seen in an Excursion, I'll tell you what, boy. The second row is all good to go. So I wanted to do a full demonstration video, I guess, of the second and third row, you know, final video. The only thing I have left to do is, my main thing is I have to run a wiring harness, because these are electric folds. So we're gonna run them to a switch back there like they do in the Expeditions. So we're gonna build new harness, and we're gonna feed the power off constant 12 volt off my fuse box up there. So, you know, you can just open the tailgate and, you know, hit the switch back there and fold them down and slide your 8-inch screen TV back here, you know, that you picked up for yourself. Other than that, I want to do a full demonstration and show you how I got them. They clear this second row. You can still sit in the second row. This is the this is like the normal position. That's how I'd sit in it. Any farther back, you're starting to lean into gangster mode. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and leave it in normal person mode. And we're gonna go ahead and fold this. I'm gonna show you clear everything and just show you how awesome this shit is. So, all right, check her out. Look at that. Man, see, I got the geometry on them front legs perfect. It's just like a trophy truck. That's all it is, you know, just some A-arms basically. and you just gotta get the travel correct. So nothing's binding up, you know what I'm saying? It's like a trophy truck, just for seats. So, yeah, super awesome. They clear second row. Let's say you're trying to get back here and you're like, oh shit, oh man, I ain't skinny no more. Well, you can go ahead and just fold this down. What is it, this one? Click this one, and if this is how I'd honestly get in, and boom, that's it. That's all I do. Don't mind about the back of this floor. I don't have it bolted in, so don't say nothing about that. But, all right, but let's say you a little bit bigger than me. You a big boy, right? You Big Bertha. You a Big Bertha. Well, check this out. Now Big Bertha can get up in here. You know, Big Bertha. Boom. Boom. You know, this is the gangster position. I'm just kidding. You can't be sitting like this, because we got Aunt Becky coming with us to wherever we're going. And boom, and boom, and voila. I feel like I still got plenty of feet room. I'm about 6 foot. I got plenty of knee room. So you could still put this in gangster mode and probably hit my knees. But other than that, you know, I wouldn't mind sitting like this. It's not that bad at all. So, you know, I've sat in the back of a Camaro. Try that one. You know, and if you're extra tall, you can probably put your legs this way, or sit your ass in the middle and just sit like this. So honestly, that'd probably be what I'd do if I had kids and putting them in the third row. I wouldn't even fold the seats. I would have just came in the truck normal and just would have walked to the catwalk to the third row. Honestly, that's probably what I'd do if I had kids. But if you want to fold them, you can fold them too. So it's pretty cool. Other than that, the only thing I need to find is the seat belt and the bolts. Other than that, I hope you guys like this video. I'll give you another look before we call it a day. But man, look at that. That's so cool. God, so excited. Really, there's plenty of room to get out over here. God, I'm just over here standing up and walking around this excursion like it's a house. So, but hell yeah, I know this video is probably long, so I'll see y'all later. Adios.